Well, I'm not too sure how they got in there. Must have came in through the orchard fence, because this has to be hot. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, they had to have gotten in through the orchard. I'm going to let them in there for a couple reasons. One, the corn's tall enough, I'm not really worried about deer browsing it. But more importantly, I don't want to go down there and end up pushing them into the fence in the orchard. So that polypropylene fence, they tried, jumping that. They're not going to clear it for as young as they are. So they're just along the edge browsing what forbs they can get. So I'm going to let them go. We'll check it out tomorrow. I would imagine they probably got in through the orchard. So, but I want to check the rain gauge because, holy cow, it is wet up here from the last 4 days, and yeah, we got some rain. 2 3/4. Wow. This poor rain gauge. I've had this since mid-90s, and unfortunately it broke. So I tried gluing it and it just went to crap. But Dobler hybrids. 2 3/4. Awesome. The corn does look good though. Fertilized it last weekend. All that rain and heat. Definitely time though to spray. Sweet corn doesn't look too bad. But yeah, that'll all need hand weeded. Our little postage stamp of sweet corn. Everything else will spray. That right there is what you don't want in a food plot. Am I talking about the rock or the flowering buckwheat? Rock, buckwheat. Neither. Let's get them out of here. A few videos ago, we talked about how these apple trees were in full bloom beginning of May, and then like 2 weeks later, we got hit with that hard freeze with temperatures in the 20s, which destroyed any opportunity for apples this year. Been looking at all of our apple trees. This older one has none. And we checked every tree in the new orchard. There are only 2 trees that have apples. One of them has 1 apple. The other one has 5 or 6. So, like I said, that's the dice we roll across the northern tier of the state. We get those warm-ups of a week, and it pushes those flowers. And then there's always a May, even June. We've had freeze and frost warnings in June up here. So no apples this year. So this is one of the trees I just planted, and I'm gonna give this a try. I've read a lot of mixed reviews about doing this. Some people say it helps, some people say it helps very little, but all that is just screening, door screening wrapped around. Allows airflow, oxygen to get to the trunk, but whether it actually prevents wood borers from getting through there, yet to be seen. So we'll give it a try, see what happens. Haven't done every tree, just here and there. Just to test. Pull it off every year, see what it looks like. And there you can see some of the damage from prior year. We get those warm spells and that sap starts flowing and then it freezes, and that warming and freezing cycle just causes that bark to split and then reveals that cambium layer. But tree recovers. Yes, we are keeping the orchard diversified. Portfolio, not just of the Adams County nursery trees, but every once in a while, can't help myself but grab another apple tree to replace one we lose. So these are Lowe's, Gala. Down there's Honeycrisp, Gala, Gold D. Honeycrisp. They keep dying, I'll keep replacing them. This one's got me a little worried. This was a replacement to the Adams County nursery tree that we lost. This was another Lowe's tree, but that yellowing tree is definitely stressed. No surprise, I don't know if that comes up on the video or not. Wood borer. And Mark and John coming up today. I think Mom and Dad, they were going to go to Heiner. Something going on up there with the state park. We're going to finish the wall today. Get it painted. Got the other sheet of plywood. But for now, it's time for breakfast. I'm hungry. Still want to leave that up there?
No, it's coming down. I start running that tool.
Uh-huh.
Mr. John.
Heard you clear down home.
You ready to go hunting?
That I am. I'm going to get a little sneak attack.
Ooh!
Wow. You want some gloves, Johnny? Ain't that pretty? It's soothing. Mike said that's a soothing color.
I want to be a painter.
Bob Ross.
I want to be a painter. I want to be a nice guy. But I can't be. I don't have to do anything. Just come on up. We're just going to take it easy.
Did you hear something? How's your side look?
Perfect.
Ooh!
Look at that. Holy shit, I'll tell you what, I really amaze myself at times.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Posts tied together with the wall. What Cam would be in heaven right here. That was pretty neat. Always nice to just sneak along, see what you come across. This orchard is just definitely hurt, and I don't know what to do with this chestnut tree. I think we talked about it weekend prior. There is no wood borer damage, just the bare, but there is nothing for new growth. And all the other chestnut trees and apple trees that were knocked back from that freeze we had in May have recovered, and they've put new growth on, except this one, which, if we lost this tree, this is painful, because this was a really nice chestnut tree here in the center. Gets the most adequate sunshine. I don't know, but we're gonna have to wait till next spring to confirm what we're doing with it. Day today is pretty light. I don't have too much going on, too much planned. Supposed to get some rain later in the day, midday through later. So I think all I'm really going to do today is just plant some of those chestnut trees. Still up in the air on those two apple trees. They didn't make it through that freeze we had in May, so they aren't looking very good. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, but just coming out back, put the cards back in the camera, and this maple tree. I don't want to pull these. Fortunately, the deer do a pretty good job of keeping these maple leaves cleared up for us, but I might tie this one up just a little bit, because I don't want to get a bunch of false positives every time the wind blows. The trail camera sets off. But I want to get those chestnut trees in the ground, and the bear has shown up twice this week on camera. So, got our bear tags. We're going to have to do something. Let's get these cards in the cameras. All right, so our corn is 9 weeks post-plant, 7 weeks post-germination. It's looking pretty good. Got a few that are tasseled out. Unfortunately, the sweet corn, different story. The weeds kind of got away from us. Never really had a chance to pull those. So I do not think we're gonna have sweet corn for Labor Day, but the field corn for the game is looking pretty good. Right on track with where we've been in years past. We got the grass cut, and while Cam was mowing, I could not bring myself to not take care of this sweet corn. So yeah, I hand weeded it. A lot of work for 6 ears of corn. We'll see. It looks nice. What a difference 5 days makes on that corn. Hey, we do have success. 100 apple trees, 1 apple. All right guys, so our corn looks good. I won't say the same for the sweet corn, but our field corn for the deer, awesome. We're on track. Fully tasseled out, fully silted, 2 to 3 ears on each stalk. And now we're gonna go ahead and broadcast our spring cover crop into this standing corn. So we're going with cereal grain, winter rye, about a 55-pound bag on about a 3/4 acre plot. Broadcast does well for us. So let's get this bag loaded up and get it broadcast. that tree's not going to work. It looked semi-okay from the ground, but you get up there and it's got too much of an inward lean and there's not enough cover. So scratch that one from the list.